The sunlight spills across my hands. I trace the warmth, but you're not there. The coffee cools, the morning stands still as your shadow in the air. Your jacket still hangs by the door, like time forgot to pull it down. I wear your silence more and more. It's the only thing that stays around. I still whisper to the space you used to fill, trying to remember what it felt like to be still. These are the days we never had, the laughter that we never shared, the gentle fights, the sweet goodbyes, the way your voice could fill the air. I hold them close like photographs that never found their frame. These are the days we never had. The city moves beneath my feet, the same old streets, a softer hue. I see your face in every dream, but dreams don't wake up next to you. I tell myself you had to go. Some loves are meant to fade like dawn, but every night I come to know it's hard, it's just to carry on. And I still turn to where your voice once softly stayed. The air remembers every promise that we made. These are the days we never had, the plans we built but never did, the whispered truths, the trembling hands, the quiet hope we never shared. I keep them safe, though they make me sad. These are the days we never had. Maybe somewhere you still dream of me. In another life we learn to stay. Maybe somewhere love was easy, and we never had to walk away. These are the days we never had, but I can feel them in my chest. The tender ache, the almost love, the story left without a rest. I'll keep your ghost within my hands until the morning fades to black. These are the days we never had. No words left to call you back, just the stillness, just the day we never had. We never had. Kettle hums, the morning's pale, dust is dancing where you used to stand. Your laughter painted every wall, now silence curls around my hands. There's still a den where your shoes would lie, a half-worn book that waits in vain. I trace your name in the window's light, but the glass just shows my pain. Time moves slow in shades of gray. The clock still ticks, but you slipped away. When your shadow faded away, the room forgot how to breathe. Every heartbeat calls your name, but the wind takes it from me. I still whisper to the night, like you might turn if I prayed. Oh, the day you left my side was the day the color drained. Coffee cups and folded notes, your scent still hides beneath the sheets. The world keeps turning without pause while mine repeats what used to be. I keep the lights low, soft and dim, pretend you're just a breath away. But morning breaks and once again there's no footsteps in the hallway. I can't forget, I can't erase your memories carved in this space. When your shadow faded away, the sky forgot how to cry. All the stars just turned to gray, they fell quiet in my mind. I still reach across the sheets to the warmth they used to stay. But every dawn reminds my heart how your shadow slipped away. Did you hear me calling out? Did you see me fall apart? I kept the promises we made, they're written deep inside my heart. If I could turn the hands of time, I'd trade the sun to make you stay. But all that's left are fragments now of the life we gave away. When your shadow faded away, the world grew quiet and still. I breathe your name into the air and hope somehow you feel. Though the light will never stay, I'll keep loving you this way until my own heart fades like your shadow faded away. Sunlight falls where you used to be, and I smile through the pain. Quietly, the love remains, though time decays. When your shadow faded away. The river whispers secrets in the rain. You stood there trembling, calling out my name. Our shadows met beneath the silver light. Two souls too fragile to survive the night. Your hands were cold, but your eyes were kind, saying goodbye while holding time. We promised not to turn away, but love can drown in what we never say. Halfway between the truth and all our scars, we stood like strangers, forgetting who we are. On the bridge between our hearts, we tried to meet before the dark. Rain was falling, tears disguised, every drop a last goodbye. You smiled through pain, said, "Go be free," but freedom felt like losing me. The water below it carried our dreams, fragile reflections of what might have been. The wind kept singing what we couldn't say. I watched your figure fade away. Still I reached across the storm for a warmth that wasn't mine anymore. Halfway between the faith and all the fears, we built a promise. Time erased through tears. On the bridge between our hearts, we stood too far, yet not apart. Rain kept falling, washed the night. Love surrendered to the light. If forever had a start, it died there between our hearts. Now seasons pass where we once stood. The bridge still stands like love once could. I trace the railway your hand used to be, a ghost of warmth still reaching me. On the bridge between our hearts, I still hear whispers in the dark. Rain returns to where it starts, but I remain between our hearts. The river sleeps, the night grows still. Your name lingers against my will. The bridge stands strong, though love departs, and I wait there between our hearts. The ink dried long before courage arrived. A trembling hand that never tried. Her words were gentle, but fear was cruel. So she folded her heart like a broken rule. The candle burned, the night was still. Her breath caught on the window's chill. She wrote his name, then tore the page, and buried her voice in a quiet cage. And somewhere time just slipped away between the lines she couldn't say. The silence grew, it took its throne, and she was left to read alone. Letters left unopened forever, words that never found the light. Dreams that lived inside an envelope, faded in the softest night. He never knew what love she hid, what sorrow every letter did. Letters left unopened forever, her heart sealed tight, her soul undefiled. seasons change, the paper turned to shades of time. Her fingers learn. She wonders if he ever cried for what was lost the day love died. The house still hums with things unsaid, ghosts of warmth where tears were shed. And though her hands grew old and warm, the ink stayed young, the pain reborn. She whispers to the empty air as if he might still linger there. But all that answers soft and low is the memory of long ago. Letters left unopened forever, stories trapped between the lines. She kept his heart inside the drawer beneath the dust of passing time. If love was brave, she'd let him see the words that held eternity. Letters left unopened forever, two hearts apart, yet bound together. If only paper could forgive the things we never dared to live. If only ink could rewrite fate before regret had sealed the gate. She holds the box against her chest, one final truth she can't confess. The letters tremble in her hand like ghosts that wait to understand. Letters left unopened forever, now scattered on the floor tonight. She smiles and lets her fingers go into the stillness, into the light. No words remain, just quiet air, the weight of love that's always there. Letters left unopened forever, whispered goodbye and gone together. She whispers your name into the dark, but the night just holds its breath. A candle trembles by the glass, its flame forgets what warmth is left. The walls remember softer days before the quiet learned her face. Now every sigh becomes a prayer for what she can't replace. She traces time in dust and dreams, counting the spaces in between. Where the silence sleeps, she's waiting still. In the hollow heart, the light can't fill. Every tear becomes the sea where your shadow used to be. And though her voice can't reach your sky, she keeps your name behind her eyes. Where the silence sleeps tonight. The morning paints her window gray. The world moves on, but she can't sway. Your laughter lingers in the rain, soft as an unfinished refrain. She wears your memory like skin, too fragile now to breathe it in. The wind still hums your melody, but leaves the words with her. She folds the dawn inside her hands and waits for night sleeps, where the silence sleeps. I still see the sunlight through your hair, the quiet room, the empty chair. The day you said you had to go still lingers like a ghost. I know every heartbeat slows with the rain. Your laughter fades, but it still remains. I trace your name in the fogged up glass, pretending that the moment lasts. The clock keeps turning, but I stay still, lost between the was and will. I breathe you in where the silence falls. I hear your voice in these empty halls. And time has a cruel way of showing what love takes away. But somehow, in the quiet night, you're still the softest part of light. Memories in slow motion, falling like tears in the ocean. Every frame a tender light, your shadow waving last goodbye. I close my eyes to stop the pain, but love keeps running through my veins. In slow motion, I still see the you that used to look at me. The world moved on, but I remain, counting stars and whispering your name. Your sweater still hangs on the chair. I breathe it in, you're almost there. The street lights hum the way they did when we were young and time was a kid. Now every song they used to play turns to gray in a quiet way. And even if the years erase the lines of your forgotten face, I'll find you in the space between the dream I had and what has been. Memories in slow motion, floating like dust in devotion. Every scene a soft rewind to love that slipped beyond the line. I reach for you, but you're not there. Just the sense of autumn air in slow motion. You fade through the silence where I once had you. Maybe love was never meant to stay, just a fire that lights and fades away. But I'd burn again if I could choose to feel your warmth before I lose every breath, every sigh, every reason, every why. Memories in slow motion, carved in the waves of devotion. I'm learning how to let you go, but even now I think you know that somewhere deep inside this pain, I'd hold your hand through time again. In slow motion, I still see the love you left inside of me. The sunlight fades, the curtains close, a tender ache nobody knows. And in the stillness I remain, watching time remember your name. soft on our footprints that night. Every step disappearing from sight. You turned to smile. The world held its breath. I thought love could outlast the cold's caress. Your shadow lingered longer than light. Frozen goodbyes beneath the pale white. I whispered stay, but you were already gone. Like a song that ends too soon. The streets remember what I can't erase. Your name still drips through this empty space. The winter you forgot me. The frost became my skin. I waited for spring to find me, but it never came again. Even warmth felt colder each time I tried to breathe. The winter you forgot me still lives inside of me. Your coat left hanging by the door still carries your scent, though you're no more. The clock keeps ticking, but not for us. It only marks what time forgot. I trace your name on the window's glass. The frost replies with a silence fast. Love once burned bright, now it fades so slow. Like embers under falling snow. The night repeats what the day denies. A lonely heart where your memory lies. The winter you forgot me. The frost became my skin. I waited for spring to find me, but it never came again. Even warmth felt colder each time I tried to breathe. The winter you forgot me still lives inside of me. I still wait. I still wait. If I close my eyes, I still feel your hand. A phantom comfort I can't withstand. Love once bloomed beneath the snow, but nothing grows where memories go. The winter you forgot me wrapped my heart in white. I called your name to the falling sky, but you vanished in the light. Even warmth feels distant. Even time won't set me free. The winter you forgot me still brushed your trembling face. We swore forever in that quiet place. Whispers hung between the stars, fragile vows, unbroken scars. You said, don't let the morning come, and I believed you'd never run. But time is cruel and gentle ways, stealing warmth from golden days. I reach for you through falling rain, but all I touch is the shape of pain. Under the sky we promised love, the same cold stars now burn above. They shine for you, they watch for me, vow to drown beneath the sea. I call your name, but night won't cry. Under the sky we promised goodbye. Years have folded into dreams. Your shadow fades in silver streams. I walk the road we once both knew. Every step still leads to you. The air still smells of autumn rain. The bench remembers all our pain. I close my eyes, the stars replay the things our hearts could never say. Your laughter haunts the midnight breeze, a ghost of warmth I cannot seize. The promise carved in trembling light now drifts alone into the night. Under the sky we promised love, the same cold stars now burn above. They shine for you, they bleed for me, a vow that time could not set free. I whisper low, the night we feast. Under the sky we promise life. If you can hear me where you are, beyond the dawn, beyond the scar, know my heart still wears your name, a faded fire, a holy flame. Under the sky we promised love, the years fall silent, stars above. If ever you look back someday, the moon will show you where we lay. And though you're gone, my heart still tries. Under the sky we promise goodbye. Under the sky where forever was ours, I still wait. coffee cup still waits for two. Your coat still hangs by the window pane, like it's guarding the scent of you. The night breathes softly through the floor, whispering things I can't ignore. Every sound feels like your name. Every silence feels the same. You left, but the door stayed open, letting every memory in. I stood in the frame unspoken, hoping love would walk again. But the rain just falls where you once stood, and I'm drowning in the things I understood. You left, but the door stayed open, and I'm still waiting in the wind. I trace your shadow on the wall. It fades before I reach its hand. I tell the dark I'm fine, I'm fine, but it never understands. The clock keeps time like it used to do, but every hour bleeds back to you. The air still trembles with your breath, a haunting softness, nothing left. You left, but the door stayed open, letting every memory in. I stood in the frame unspoken, hoping love would walk again. But the rain just falls where you once stood, and I'm drowning in the things I understood. You left, but the door stayed open, and I'm still waiting in the wind. Maybe love was just a promise half awake. Maybe hearts can only bend, not break. I kept your voice inside a dream where you still turn and smile at me. But morning always takes you first and leaves me with this quiet curse. You left, but the door stayed open. The night still calls your name. The stars lean close, they're hoping you might feel the same. But even the wind says goodbye tonight. It turns its face to hide the light. You left, but the door stayed open, and I can't seem to close the pain. Now the house forgets your sound. Still I wait when no one's around. You left, but the door stayed open. I never closed it down. You spoke of rain and roads to roam, of dreams you had of going home. I smiled, pretending I was fine, but every breath was crossing lines. You brushed my hand, the world stood still. I felt the weight of things unfilled, the light between us thin and wide. a quiet truth we try to hide. The air would tremble when you turned to me. We drowned our hearts in what we couldn't speak. In the space between words, we were almost brave, almost hurt. Every silence was a prayer that maybe love was waiting there. But we never said a thing. We let the moment disappear. In the space between words, you were still here. We talked of time and what it steals, of broken clocks and how it feels. You laughed and said we're only dust, and still I wished you'd look at us. Your eyes would wander, then return, as if my heart could make you burn. The night was kind, but morning knew we'd lose the truth we never drew. You said goodbye without a sound, and all the world stopped spinning round. In the space between words, we were almost brave, almost hurt. Every silence was a prayer that maybe love was waiting there. But we never said a thing. We let the moment disappear. In the space between words, you were still If I had known that silence fades, that time would wash our voices gray, I'd whisper love into the night and let the stars take it away. But now the room remembers you, the chair, the glass, the fallen hue. Your shadow lingers on the floor, still reaching for what was before. In the space between words, all the things we never heard, every pause became goodbye, and love just passed us by. Now I hear your name in rain, softly calling through the years. In the space between words, you're still here. You're still here. In the space between the words we never said. The rain was quiet, falling slow. It painted silver on the road. You said it's better if you go, and left me standing in the cold. I watched the distance take your shape. The space between us softly grew. You didn't see the way I should, the way my heart reached out to you. I tried to call your name inside my mind, but silence pulled the thread of time. You forgot to look back. like a dream that cracked when you forgot to look back. Your shadow slipped across the street like pages torn from memory. I stood there holding broken air, where all your words used to be. The city breathed but felt so still, like even time was holding me. And I kept whispering to the wind a name that used to mean complete. I tried to hold the pieces in my hands, but love just stripped away like sand. You forgot to look back, didn't see the way the world turned gray. You forgot to look back, didn't feel the night steal you away. Every step you took was a heart you cracked when you forgot to look back. Maybe you thought I'd find the light, but you took the only spark I had inside. Maybe leaving was your way to survive, but you left me where goodbye never dies. I counted seconds like they bring you home, but every count just made me more alone. You forgot to look back, didn't see my heart fall through the floor. You forgot to look back, didn't know I couldn't breathe no more. And now your name is just a line I track through the dark, through the black. The rain stopped speaking when you were gone, but I still stand where you once shone. If only once, for one small act you hadn't forgot to look back. In the quiet after midnight, I still hear your breath in the rain. We were sentences half written, left suspended, unnamed. You said love was just a moment, but I believed it was more. Now your shadow fills the doorway, where your footsteps don't fall anymore. I kept all the little fragments, like a book with pages torn. Every line we never finished still feels like something warm. Maybe we were too fragile time was never kind, but I still trace the outlines of a dream we left behind. What we could have been lingers in the spaces in between. Every smile, every word unsaid, still breathing in my chest. If love was only borrowed time, I'd give back every sunrise just to try again. Oh, what we could have been. I see us in the small things, a cup left by the sink, the way the morning light remembers how you used to think. The world kept on spinning, but I stayed still inside that day when goodbye became forever and forever slipped away. Maybe hearts don't break completely, they just learn to bend and bend. But I still find you in the silence and the stories untold. What we could have been still whispers in the cold November wind. Every touch, every word restrained, still haunts the place you've been. If love was only borrowed time, I'd lose it all just to begin again. Oh, what we could have been. I still wear the memory like a promise you forgot. Half a vow, half a dream, but it's all I've got. What we could have been, it lives in the spaces where I breathe. Every heartbeat, every trace of you, still part of what makes me me. If love was never meant to stay, then let this pain remain. A song for what we could have been. In the quiet after midnight, I still reach for your hand again. Our story never ended, it just never began. The rain was falling slow that night, streetlights trembling in your eyes. You said take care like it was nothing, but I felt the tremor in your smile. Your suitcase brushed against my knee, a quiet sound too loud to breathe. I watched your shadow blur and fade, too afraid to say don't leave. You looked so calm, like you were fine, while I was breaking inside. When I saw you leave, the world forgot to breathe. Every step you took away tore the night apart from me. I tried to stand, I tried to speak, but my voice was lost in grief. Love didn't end in words or screams, it ended quietly when I saw you leave. coffee cup still waiting here. I touch the rim where you once smiled, and time stands still for a while. Your jacket still hangs by the door, like it believes you'll come once more. But promises can fade like breath, and silence speaks of what is left. I keep replaying how you turned, how your eyes refuse to burn. When I saw you leave, the daylight lost its key. Every color drained away into shades of memory. I tried to move, I tried to breathe, but the air was not with me. Love didn't shout or beg or plead, it simply ceased to be. When I saw you leave, tell myself you had to go, that endings bloom where hearts can't grow. But still I see your trembling hand, the way you couldn't understand. I smile, pretending it was fine, as tears fell quiet down the line. When I saw you leave, the night learned how to weep. Every dream we used to chase now drifts where I can't reach. I don't blame you, I don't plead, I just whisper to the sea. Love didn't die in flames or screams, it slipped away in me. When I saw you leave, you smiled, pretending it didn't hurt. And that's how love quietly died. Coffee's gone cold in between our hands. You stare at the steam like it might understand. I trace the rim of your cup like a prayer, trying to find the right words in the air. Your breathing trembles so quiet, so near, but I can't cross the weight of this fear. The silence hums where laughter used to be. You look right through, but not at me. I wish I could reach across this fragile line, but your eyes are oceans I can't dive inside. The distance between our eyes is wider than the years we've lived. A single tear could fall and still not bridge the space our hearts once filled. We're close enough to touch, too far to try. Between our eyes, your hand moves slightly, then settles again, like a promise you won't make or can't defend. There's a ghost of a smile that never begins, is wearing our old skin. I count the cracks in the wall instead of time. Everyone feels like a reason or a crime. Love doesn't end in fire, it fades in gray, and we're just watching it drift away. I can feel your heartbeat hiding in mine. Two lonely songs no longer align. The distance between our eyes is wider than the dreams we knew. All the things we never said are standing here between us two. We're close enough to touch, too far to try. Drowning in the distance between our eyes. Maybe love isn't lost, just out of reach. Like a star that burns but cannot teach. We're sitting still yet falling apart, tracing the edges of a vanished heart. If I could turn back one small breath, would you look at me instead of what's left? The distance between our eyes is everything we couldn't save. Every word we held too tight now slips away like waves. So close I can feel your side, but I can't find the reason why. Love fades quiet, love says goodbye. In the distance between our eyes. The chair creaks as you rise to leave, and all I do is watch you breathe. The door closes soft the moment dies. Still I live in the distance between our eyes. The morning light fell slow across your face. No words, just air between the space. Your coffee cooled, untouched, unheard. The quiet scream without a word. You looked at me, but not the same. The warmth we had forgot my name. It wasn't hate, it wasn't pain, just something lost we couldn't save. And I kept waiting for you to say that we could turn and find a way. But silence grew like winter dust, and that became the last of us. This is the last day of us, my love, the kind that ends without a sound. No tears to fall, just hollow hearts still beating while we let it drown. If love can die without goodbye, then maybe we were never bound. This is the last day of us, the quiet where we fade somehow. are soft, each promise lost. The clock still ticks, but time won't move. I'm haunted by the things we proved. Your sweater still hangs by the door. It smells like rain and something more. I wear the silence like perfume, filling the dark of this empty room. And I kept hoping you would turn, but ashes fall from what we burn. No final words, no breaking trust, just quiet hearts that turn to dust. This is the last day of us, my love. The sky outside forgot its blue. I whisper lines you'll never hear, pretending they still reach to you. If love can fade like morning light, then maybe we were just the night. This is the last day of us, and I still feel it shining through. And every breath I take, I still reach my hand to nothing, to where your warmth used to stay. This is the last day of us, my love. The moment we both came undone. No storm, no cry, no broken glass, just two hearts fading with the sun. If I could stop the time tonight, I'd hold your shadow in my sight. This is the last day of us, but I'll love you past the setting light. Fell slow again. I smiled for you, my ghost, my friend. It wasn't war, it wasn't lost, just love asleep beneath the frost. Soft rain drips against the quiet glass, streetlights blur where memories pass. Her breath paint ghosts on the window skin. She whispers to where love had been. There's a cup gone cold on the wooden floor, a photograph she can't ignore. The warmth that used to fill this place now lingers faintly in the space. She draws a heart where there's once lay, but it fades before she turns away. Traces on the window pane, like shadows of a long lost name. Every sigh, every tear she hides, falls between the glass and night. She wipes away what time has claimed, but still feels him just the same. And the traces on the window pane. The clock keeps time with her trembling hands. A song half sung, she understands that love was never meant to stay. It flickers and then slips away. The autumn wind hums through the frame. It sounds so close, it speaks his name. Her heart beats slow, afraid to feel the weight of something never healed. she cannot see. Still hoping he remembers. She traces on the window pane. The sky weeps softly with her pain. Every drop's a memory's cold, sliding down the fragile wall. She wipes away what time has claimed, but still feels him just the same in the traces on the window pane. She dreams of warmth and frozen air, of hands that once were always there. Her breath becomes a fleeting sign, a moment drawn and lost in time. If love returns, it won't be clear, just fog upon the glass too near. She whispers once his name in vain and watches it dissolve again. Traces on the window pane, all that's left, yet all remains. Every silent cry paints the truth she can't deny. She wipes away what time has claimed, but still feels him just the same in the traces on the window pane. The glass turns clear, the night stands still, her heart pressed quiet to the chill. Where once was love, now only rain and traces on the window pane. Still walk the streets you loved. Every step still knows your name. Morning light spills down the window glass, just like the day you said goodbye. Coffee steam curls up, and for a breath it feels like you're still by my side. The bookstore on the corner changed its sign, but I still see your smile inside, where you held that worn out poetry, saying some words never die. But time, it doesn't heal, it just rearranges pain. And I find you in the silence once again. These are the places you forgot, but they remember who we were. The lamplight hums our secret song, the air still whispers her and him. I trace the walls where laughter stayed, the shadowed steps your heart once made, the places you forgot still carry me through you. Autumn rain soaks through my open hands, like the night you let me go. There's a flicker in the window glass, a ghost of us in faded glow. The cinema still smells like rain and dust, where we once hid from time and trust. I sit alone in the same Red Sea and feel your breath between the beats. Every street light turns to gold and fades like the places you forgot, but they remember who we were. The lamplight hums our secret song. The air still whispers her and him. I walk through dreams you left behind, a tender ache that love designed. The places you forgot still carry me through you, and I keep your voice between my ribs like a prayer I never said. The city sleeps, but I can't rest. I'm still talking to the dead. If I could turn the hours back, would you still fade into the dawn? Or would the memory of my hands be something you'd keep holding on? These are the places you forgot, but they remember who we were. Every corner keeps your touch, every silence speaks your word. I stand beneath the trembling lights where we became 1,000 nights. The places you forgot still breathe my love for you. The city knows your name even when you don't. And I still do. I still do. We used to run beneath a trembling sky, laughing as the clouds began to cry. Your hand in mine, the world was small and kind, and every drop was ours to find. Now I walk slow through the city's hush, your name still caught in the autumn dust. I see reflections where we used to be, but they fade before they reach me. How could something so alive slip away without goodbye? The rain still falls, but it's not the same tonight. It's the rain that never touched us, falling somewhere far away. It remembers how we once were, but it's lost the path we made. I can feel it in the silence, like a song without its trust. All that's left between the thunder is the rain that never touched us. I pass the park where the seasons turn. The bench still whispers what we learned. The air still smells like your favorite days, but it drifts where I can't stay. You taught me love was the softest flame. Now it burns with a quieter pain. I reach for warmth that never comes, just a sky that hides the sun. All these streets remember sound, but your voice can't be found. It's like the storm forgot our name somehow. It's the rain that never touched us, falling somewhere far away. It remembers how we once were, but it's lost the path we made. Every drop feels like forgiveness, falling slow on empty trust, but it never finds the two of us. It's the rain that never touched just the sky, learning how to cry. Still awake beneath this storm, hoping it could make us warm, but it passes through my hands like time, like plans, like sand. It's the rain that never touched us, falling softer than before. All the memories still rushing, but they can't reach anymore. I can feel you in the distance, in the rhythm we once trusted, but we're ghosts beneath the thunder, in the rain that never touched us. And when the morning finds the ground, no footprints will be found, just the quiet where we were, and the rain that never touched us. It wasn't thunder, it wasn't rain, no shattered glass, no cry of pain, just the sound of your breath leaving slow, like a tide pulling back from the shore. I know your eyes were calm, too calm to plead, no words to fight, no hearts to lead, just a silence soft as falling snow. That's the moment I let go. We always thought love fades in fire, but ours just dimmed beneath desire. No storm, no scream, no broken vow, just the weight of knowing now. The moment I let go, the world stood still inside my chest, a fragile truth I couldn't hold. Love doesn't end, it just rests, like dust before the night. It slips without goodbye, and I felt the fading glow in the moment I let go. Your coffee cup still by the chair, the scent of you still filled the air. No grand goodbye, no final show, just a quiet room that whispered low. All the plans we drew in sand, now washed away by gentler hands. And I watch the daylight slowly fold over everything we'd ever told. Sometimes hearts just learn to bend till they forget where they begin. No anger left, no flame to throw, only peace in letting go. The moment I let go, the world stood still inside my chest, a fragile truth I couldn't hold. Love doesn't end, it just rests, like dust before Love doesn't end, it only slows. home. It's been a while since the rain fell slow on the window where I watched you go. The coffee's cold, the light's grown thin, and I still breathe you somewhere in your jacket hangs where you left that day. I swore I'd move it, but I never changed. I tell myself that time's been kind, but your silence still tires my mind. Maybe once between dreams and dawn you think of me when the night feels long. Just a flicker, just a sigh, a name you whisper, then pass by. If you ever remember me, don't let it be for my tears. Let it be the way I smiled when love was all we could hear. If I'm just a ghost in your sleep, let me fade where I should be. But still I wonder quietly if you ever remember me. I walk the street where your shadow stays. Every step feels a breath away. The seasons changed, but they never knew that my world stopped beside you. The letters folded, your words still warm. I read them softly when nights grow warm. You said forever, but I've come to see forever was shorter for you than me. Maybe once when the sun breaks through, you'll feel a calm that belongs to you. And in that calm, so quietly, you'll hear a heart that used to be. If you ever remember me, don't cry for what couldn't stay. Let the memory rest in peace, like the dawn that turns night away. If I'm just a thought you keep somewhere safe where dreams still breathe, then that's enough for me to be. If you ever remember me. There's no bitterness, just the ache of truth. That love was real, though it came and flew. If our stars once touched the same sky, maybe that's where our hearts still lie. If you ever remember me, when the world feels soft and still, let the silence speak for us, for the love we couldn't fill. If the morning brings your peace, then that's all I'll ever need. I'll be somewhere quiet If you ever remember me, just a whisper through your sleep. If you ever remember me. Spring came with petals falling slow. Your shadow lingered where the rivers flow. I watched the world turn soft and green, still chasing ghosts of what had been. The morning light, it touched your name on fogged up glass. It looked the same. I whispered low, though no one heard. A love once spoken needs no word. You promised time would heal the ache, but time just taught my heart to break. I waited through every season, through the bloom and through the freeze, through the summer storms and silent streets, through the falling autumn leaves. I waited for your reason, but love won't bloom twice again. Still I stand beneath the same old sky and whisper your name like rain. July burned hot, but I was cold. The nights grew long, the stories old. I watched the stars lose all their glow, and winter's breath began to snow. Your letters faded, edges torn, but still they live where dreams are born. I read them slow, afraid they'll fade. The ink of you will never stay. You said the heart forgets in time, but mine still beats your old refrain. I waited through every season, through the bloom and through the freeze, through the laughter, through the quiet nights, through the prayers on trembling knees. I waited for one reason, to hear your voice again, but silence grew where love and still I'm waiting through every season for you to come home. The clock is breathing slow tonight. Its hands are trembling like my own. Your name still lingers on my lips, but I'm too scared to let it go. I watch the truth drift out of reach, like smoke that curls and disappears. I built my walls with quiet dreams and kept the love I owed in tears. I told myself the quiet hurts less, but silence is a cruel caress. All the words I swallowed down are drowning in my chest right now. Every stay, every please don't go, turn to ghosts I'll never show. You would have stayed if you had known, but I kept my heart on hold. All the words I swallowed down are louder now than I've ever told. I trace your face in photographs, the smiles that time refused to keep. Your laughter haunts the hollow rooms where promises forgot to breathe. I thought that silence meant control, that hiding pain could make it fade, but now it's louder than the rain. On nights I wish you could have stayed, I told myself I'd find the strength, but strength just built a deeper ache. All the words I swallowed down are drowning in my chest right now. Every stay, every please don't go, turn to ghosts I'll never show. You would have stayed if you had known, but I kept my heart on hold. All the words I swallowed down are louder now than I've ever told. If I could breathe them back again, the truth would bleed but maybe mend. I'd whisper soft into the rain, I loved you more than I could say. Let every silence fade away, let every tear confess your name. No more hiding in the ache, I'd break my voice for one more day. All the words I swallowed down, they rise like fire, they crash, they drown. Every stay, every please don't go, now burn through everything I know. You would have stayed if you had known, but I left you in the cold. holds what I denied. The stars forgive, the truth survives. And in the hush before I sleep, your name is all that speaks for me. Every shadow knew your name as the light withdrew in shame. The walls breathed slow, the air was thin. I swore I heard you come back in, but silence held the only sound of a heart too loud to calm down. I watched the seconds drift apart like raindrops counting through my heart, and I kept the window open wide in case your footsteps found the night. But all that came was the trembling rain whispering your name again. The hours after you left were longer than my breath could last. Time forgot how to move, and I forgot my past. Every clock was crying slow, each minute begged for you to know that love can break what love once kept in the hours after you. Your coffee cup stayed by the chair, a ghost of warmth still lingered there. The piano keys were cold and bare, but I still played your song somewhere. I lit a candle for the pain. It flickered once, then burned the same. And though the night refused to end, I whispered soft, come home again. I thought the dawn would heal the ache, but it just showed me what won't wake. The morning light just mocked my faith in all the promises we made. The hours after you left still hold me in their quiet hands. Every tick a gentle theft of the life we planned. Every clock was crying slow, each minute begged for you to know that love can break what love once kept in the hours after you left. I try to breathe where you once stood. I try to love the way I should, but every breath just calls your name, and every call returns the same. The hours after you left still echo through my veins. I walk the rooms, I keep the light, pretending you remain. Time bends around your silhouette, a truth my heart can't quite forget. That love's not gone, it only slept in the hours after you left. Again, the ticking slow, the waiting endless, and I still keep a space beside the bed for the hours after you left. remembers everything I tried to hide. Your name still trembles on my breath. I trace your shadow on my mind, like fingerprints that time can't wash away. I change the sheets, I move the frames, I painted over all our days. But love, it lingers in the air like rain that doesn't fade. I told myself you never stay, but silence knows the truth I made. Every corner speaks your name, so softly I'm afraid. If hearts could forget like seasons do, I'd wait for winter to erase you. But every dawn brings back your hue and every tender blue. If I could forget you, I'd breathe again without the ache. If I could forget you, my hands would stop their quiet shake. Some love just cuts too deep to mend. Some stories never find their end. If I could forget you, I'd still remember how to break. I threw away your letters slow, but still the ink stains through my soul. Every word I tried to let go still whispers from below. And I keep dreaming you're still near, then wake and wish you'd disappear. But emptiness is loud, my dear, it's louder than your voice. If time could heal what memory knew, I'd stop the reel that plays us two. But every night I fall into the ghost of loving you. If I could forget you, I'd breathe again without the ache. If I could forget you, my hands would stop their quiet shake. Some love just bleeds, it never ends. Some wounds are where the heart begins. If I could forget you, I'd still remember how to break. There's a photograph inside my chest, colors fading but not the rest. I try to smile but pain confessed. Your ghost still knows my name. I light a candle, close my eyes, pretend that letting go's not a lie. But tears are truth in a thin disguise, and I still fall the same. If I could forget you, the sky would lose its grief-stained hue. If I could forget you, I'd finally see the sunshine through. But love like ours just never dies, it hides behind the quiet skies. If I could forget you, I'd lose the part of me that's true. So I'll remember you instead, through every breath, through all that's said. Some love is a wound that never heals, and maybe that's the proof it's real.